You've probably seen them, events popping up on social media trying to rally people to get together and replant the gorge.
But the Forest Service says if you really love the gorge, don't do it. KGW's environmental reporter Keely Chalmers is live at the Fire Coordination Center in Troutdale. And Keely, the message here is patience.
Yeah, that is certainly correct, Tracy. The Forest Service does not want any do-it-yourself projects on this one. Those good intentions could have disastrous outcomes.
And this is the fire boundary as of, I believe, last night.
Their boundaries, Michael Lang has been monitoring closely over the last week, the boundaries of the growing Eagle Creek fire.
And there are notices to get ready to evacuate if
Conservation Director with Friends of the Columbia Gorge, Lang's mission will be to help rehabilitate the gorge, but he knows that won't happen for a while.
May not be safe to go into some of these areas for quite some time, too.
Lang says he's been getting a lot of calls from people wanting to help replant the gorge. One look at this video taken last week from Sky 8, it's easy to see why. In some places, what was dense forest is now bare, blackened earth.
I'd like to do something that would help cleanup, restoration, replanting.
But the U.S. Forest Service is asking the public to stay out of the gorge, not only now, but for weeks after the fire stops burning. It says hillsides will be unstable and dangerous. And anyone thinking of starting their own replanting efforts?
We don't want to do DIY.
The Forest Service says the best thing they can do is wait.
We understand their enthusiasm and energy in wanting to get back to their favorite trails and their favorite places in the gorge. However, we want to observe safety first.
And good intentions could have devastating outcomes.
And there's a possibility that they could be introducing non-native species to the gorge. They could be actually doing more damage than actually restoring ecosystems in the gorge.
Lang also points out the entire gorge is not destroyed. The fire jumped from spot to spot, so there is still green, and what is not will grow back.
As bad as this is, again, we have to remember the gorge is a resilient place. It's seen many cataclysms before, and the gorge will recover, and it's still beautiful, and it's still an icon of the Northwest.
And the good news, Friends of the Columbia Gorge is signing up volunteers right now for future gorge restoration projects. You can find a link to that sign-up page on my KGW Facebook page. It's also on KGW.com. Back to you.
Well, I can imagine how popular that will be, Keely. A lot of folks signing up for sure.